Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. It's Thursday night, so you know it's music night, and tonight it's one of my favorites. In fact, he is my favorite. Mr. Will Downing, Grammy nominated. He's got so many albums. Actually, I think he's up to number 25 now, and we are here for all of it. He's all ours tonight. Please welcome the Prince of Sophisticated Soul, Will Downing.
Hey!
Woo! Yay! I had to get my applause button working. Next time you come. I know the winner.
Never knew what that meant.
I know, right? Clapping, holding my own.
Right, clapping, right.
Oh, shimmy. It worked.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
The champ is here. How you doing, Will? You're looking amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. It's all this time we've been off, so
Yeah.
I actually had some time to sit and get some rest and chill.
I know.
Yeah.
For the first, for a whole year plus, for the first time in a while. But last time I talked to you, we were still kind of locked in and no one was able to perform. It's a new day. How are you?
It is a new day.
How are you feeling about all this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are you sick of these and are you ready to get out there? Or
Oh,
are you
yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, let me answer one at a time.
Okay.
Am I sick of these? Yeah, somewhat, but it's all right. but listen, as long as they're talking about you, you know, and just say any interview is a good interview as long as they're talking about you or whatever. So that is good to be, you know, remembered, known, wanted, whatever.
Yeah.
As far as going back to work, yeah, I mean, it's time. You know, I've refamiliarized myself with my surroundings, and yes, I'm ready to go. Let's go. So, you know, ready to get back to work and doing what we do. And I've got plenty of shows lined up. And now we just got to, you know, go do them, make it happen, you know, rehearse and remember what it's like to stand in front of an audience and do what we do.
Have you done it? Have you been out there yet or
Not yet.
Okay.
Nope. Not yet. Nope. But looking forward to it.
Yeah, the anticipation. I mean, is there any I mean, you've been doing this for a long time. And when you hit the stage, it's your room. It's your house, undoubtedly. But again, you haven't done it in over a year. Are you a little bit nervous about this first time or how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I am because, I mean, I've released new music since we've been on this hiatus. So we haven't performed any of that live before. So, you know, you just don't know, you know, how people are going to react to it. You know, we've got plenty of rehearsals to do. You know, you have to be physically prepared to put in an hour plus on stage. So it's all of that, you know, and it's kind of you're looking out into the audience and they're looking at you like, I paid my hard-earned money. You better be good. You better sing my song, you know, like, ah. So,
you're like, which one? You've got so many. I mean, that's got to be crazy because a lot of people have their favorite Will Downing songs. I mean, my sister, as I've told you, she has her Will Downing parties where she'll just play like all of your songs and everyone has.
That's why I like your sister best.
Yeah, she loves you too. Oh, best? No! We fight over you all the time. Darlene, I'm going to win this fight.
Right. Agent. She says she likes my music. Okay, Darlene.
I don't know. But she legitimately, she really does. And I'm sure there are a lot of Darlenes in the world who have their favorites. And when you're out doing a concert and people are shouting out all their favorites, it probably gets a little crazy.
It does. And not to mention after every show, if we do a meet and greet, you know, someone walks up to you and inevitably says, you didn't sing my song. I'm mad. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It always starts with, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. You didn't sing my song. Boy. And it's like, which one is your song? Song number 12.
Oh.
Off album number 15. And you sitting there going like, the hell are you talking about?
Right.
So it happens every night, but it's good to know that you have an abundance of songs that people know and can identify with, and they call their favorites. I mean, you know, I'm very fortunate in that regard.
Yeah, you are very fortunate. And I guess it's kind of a tightrope because you don't want to be rude, but at the same time, they're being kind of rude because you've just left it all on the stage singing the songs.
I can't say that. I just have to sit there and go, next concert, I'm going, woo, song number 12 of album 15.
That's right.
Ooh, are we gonna do that? I might even pull you up on stage with me. To
Mm. Don't do that.
no, go too far. Have I gone too far?
Too far.
My Finzel or my fake Denzel Finzel. Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna pull you up on stage. We're gonna
Do that. We're gonna do something.
we're
And
gonna do
everybody
something.
thinks they can sing Nothing Has Ever Felt Like This with you. Everybody thinks they can sing that song with you, I'm sure.
Yes, and I made the mistake once or twice in my
No.
career.
What
Oh
happened?
yeah, by
Oh,
pulling someone up on the stage who was just like and everybody in the audience is going, oh like she the one, she the one. Oh,
right.
wait, you got to hear it, and she the. I was like, okay, all right, come on up, and they come up there and it's wrong as two left shoes.
Oh
It's
my God. How do you get out of something like that?
you don't.
You do.
Well, you do a little bit, and you get to the nothing has ever felt, and then you just tell the band
Exactly.
like, behind your back, you're doing this.
Please
Telling the band like, oh girl, you
help
did that.
me. Help me.
Oh girl, you did that. Oh, y'all give it up for
Her. Thank you and good night.
thank you and wow, and now we're really gonna do the song, okay?
Exactly. Cover Carol Riddick or whoever.
Right, exactly. Carol, Miss Monet, yeah,
Yes.
Bridget, yeah,
Oh,
Angela,
yeah.
yeah,
Thank
Mela,
you. Yes.
everybody's done it, so yeah, like come on, anybody
Anybody who can
you,
sing.
anybody but
Not you,
you,
ma'am.
right? Yeah, here's $100, right? Pay for your meal. Don't come back.
Please, no. We did that.
We did. Ooh, you girl, you.
Almost put me out of business, but
Wow. You
then you
on the
have to come
stage.
in with a killer. You
Right.
gotta
He just say all the pop. You were on the stage. You were there.
right.
Woo! Child, you were there. Wow.
No commitments.
You are something else.
You are something else.
Now you want something. You're something else.
So, see, you
You,
you are
but
him.
yeah.
I mean, I do love your stage presence. Of course, I love your voice. So I can't wait for you to get back on stage, come back to the DMV or wherever I happen to be. I want you to be there.
I
So
will be there.
we're up to album 25.
Album number
Not
25.
including the greatest hits, right?
Right. Best ofs, and where they kind of, put me in the grave, got that one foot in the grave. You see the best of. Well, I was like, I'm not dead. I'm not gone yet. Yes, yeah, you are. We got a best of on you. You're a goner, my man.
Well, you know what? Not being with a major label probably helps that not happen because you're in control. I mean, and
Right.
right? I mean, they do that just to make more money off of the
Right.
artist, I guess.
Right.
But along with that, what are some of the other things that you're happy about that decision to go independent?
Well, I mean, as you said, there are some positives and there are some negatives to it. I mean, you don't realize how much money it costs to promote a record, publicity, things of that nature. And in the past, when you would, or if you're with a major label, they absorb that cost, and of course, they get their money back by
Right.
the sales that they make, and before they pay you, they get, you know. Recompensated or compensated for the monies that they've spent. So you don't realize how much it costs to promote a record and go to radio and to this and to that. And when you're independent, all that cost is thrust upon you. So that is, that's the tough part.
It's a
The good
lot,
part,
not to mention the work it takes, the
it's a
legwork,
lot.
all of that.
It's a lot. And especially with social media now, if you aren't doing this like nonstop, on Instagram or this or that, or da 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 da. Like, people think you're dead. So it's like, okay, you got to answer this. And if you post something, everyone kind of, hey, Wilson, how you doing? It's like, okay, I guess I can't ignore that. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, friend, da 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 da. So what you up to? It's like, okay,
Questions,
so
okay?
Yeah, I mean, but then there's thousands upon thousands of people that kind of reply to that, and you're grateful for it, of course, because
Right.
yeah, as I said before, you want to stay relevant, you want to stay whatever current, but the time consumption of trying to keep up and to stay relevant is a beast,
Yeah.
and so I mean, you have to contend with that. Yeah,
You
but
do a
yeah, I
great
mean,
job at
yeah,
that. You're consistent. I'm sure you have your team helping you out a little bit. I love that
absolutely,
you're also in there personally. And I
yes.
can tell because if they act like they don't know who I am, I'm like, this is not Will.
Yeah, right, right.
I
Hey,
called
girl.
somebody on it.
Right. Can't wait to meet you. Like,
Wait a
damn
minute.
it, this
What?
ain't Will. You ain't Will.
That's
Yes, it
right.
ain't.
That's exactly what
You am is ain't Will.
face, just like that. All caps. You imposter.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell him on you too.
Oh,
But it's good to have a team, for all
yes,
the reasons that you just pointed out. And
absolutely.
so, just bringing us to date. I remember back in the day when I first met you in the 90s, the early 90s, could have been
Mm,
1991 or two.
mhm.
And, yeah, you did have hair. You look good with hair and without.
Right.
But,
You see what kids will do to you? You see
yeah,
what kids
exactly.
with kids,
As kids.
kids,
That's a good living.
damn meddling kids. Oh,
It's a good look on you.
thank you.
But you realized early on you've got your own lane. In fact, I was talking about you the other day to Norman Connors,
All
and
right.
he's so fond of you. Oh my God, he's crazy about you. He loves your music,
Thank
and
you.
he's just all things Will Downing. I said, well, yeah, me too. We're kind of having a contest.
Well, thank you.
Compete with everybody who loves you.
Yeah, I see Darlene, Norman Connors. Wow.
Who else is out there?
Who else is out there? Well,
But it was so cool. We were talking about you and the categories. People, like to, of course, in the music industry, they want to put you in a category. Definitely R&B, but you also can slide over to the jazz, genre. And you've always at least made a point of at least putting one straight ahead jazz song
right.
on your project. And I've always loved and admired that. In fact, you were the first one I've known, to consistently do that. Where
Oh,
did
thank you.
that come from? Is that something that, someone advised you to do, or your love of both
Yeah.
genres, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's a personal choice. Um, once you've done an abundance of records, you pretty much know what people are going to gravitate, to or towards whatever. And then there's going to be slots where it's like, well, ain't nobody listening to this anyway. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and this is what I and this is what I want to do. And so I've always had a love for it,
Mm,
and it's like a real personal outlet for me.
yeah.
It's funny. Lenny White had said something to me many, 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 many years ago. Probably late '80s, early '90s, probably late '80s. And we were talking about music, and he says, "Do you consider yourself an R&B artist?" Same question, basically. And I said, "Well, I'm a little bit of both." He said, "Well, good." He said, "Because R&B to me means
Oh,
repetitious and boring."
okay. You just
I was like,
huh.
wow. He said, "Yeah, man, and
Can be.
yeah, but it was an eye opener. It was one of those things where you kind of say to yourself, well, yeah, I mean, the people that came before me were a lot more musical and they took more chances.
Right.
And if you're thinking about the '70s, you would hear horns and strings,
That's
all
it.
these amazing arrangements, and you'd hear solos and you hear this, and it would keep the music interesting.
Yeah.
So it
Orchestra.
was sort of like a slap in the head, the back of the head to me, like, hey man, you don't have to like these eight measures have to sound like the eight measures prior to it, or invite, you don't it doesn't have to be like this regimented sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a backhanded sort of thing to the genre, but at the same time, it was a wake up call to me to like, take chances musically.
Yeah.
So when I do songs like, like a For All We Know,
Oh my goodness.
or Love's the Place to Be, songs like that, or I may even take like a song from a musical and remake it.
Mm, beautiful.
Um, yeah, those are the chances that I'm taking because I genuinely love it. and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dumb down the music too much for the listener. I'm sure that they can appreciate it too.
Oh, yeah, we do. Thank you for that. That was one of the things I really fell in love with. I mean, as you know, I love jazz, straight ahead jazz.
Absolutely.
I love it so much, but I also love R&B, just like you. And it was just such a cool and refreshing and different approach for someone to take that chance where a lot of artists, especially when I first started listening to your music, and a lot of artists were conforming to what everybody else was doing because of the record labels. They're like, look,
Right.
this
Right.
formula is working. This is what this artist is going to do. And if you don't, you're not going to be in our label, and we're not going to put the machine
Right.
behind you to make you a success.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
That's what they had to
Exactly.
do. But, I always wondered that. I always wondered, where you got the,
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
say
Just
what.
the personal love and also the personal ignorance. Because
Right.
you
Yeah.
walk into it. Well, you walk into it knowing that you're not going to hear it on radio. I
Right.
mean, you know that a station where you are, like in a DC or a New York area or a huge metropolitan area, is not going to play it. So
Yeah.
it's sort of like, you know what, I'm doing this for me. This is what I want to do. I
Yeah.
want to hear solo. I want to hear this. I want to hear that. I want to hear an arrangement. Ain't just spend the freaking money. You only live once. Go ahead and do it.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
love that. And especially, it was at a time when everybody would put out a full album at a
Right.
time. Whereas these days, it seems like a lot of artists are putting out singles, putting out, this one hopefully will be a hit, and then they'll follow it up with another one. Some artists
Yeah.
are still putting, the full projects together. What do you think about that whole idea?
Well, I mean, I was obviously raised on that premise of an album.
Yeah.
A minimum of 8 cuts, eight and up, whatever. But these days, I kind of get it. People aren't buying albums in its entirety these days.
Yeah.
People are kind of, they go to whatever search engine that they go to, and they listen to little snippets and samples, and they kind of go, I like this, and this, and then they pick it, and that's it.
That's all they're
And it's over with.
or stream. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, then it's over. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, the music industry has almost become like the movie industry. Like there's a hype, to lead up to, like, it's coming. You better get ready. And it's coming on this date, and they're just like, yeah. And then it comes, and then you get whatever you're gonna get, and then the first week is good. The second week is normally half of the first week. The third week is a quarter of the week before that, and then it's over. It's like,
on to the next movie.
Well, yeah, I spent a year working on this album. Yeah, you spend a year or however long it takes working on an album, and it's over in these days. It could be as short as 4 to 6 weeks, and then that's it. So I understand,
That's so sad. Yeah.
well, it is, but that's what it's come to. So to go back to your original question, hence that's why people do singles. It's like, I'll put something out. People not buying things long as far as the entirety of an album. So, okay, I'll put this out. You like it? Great. I'll make a couple of nickels from it. I'll take that money. I'll put it towards recording something new. We'll record something else. 3 months later, we'll release that. And if you want to do a compilation months down the line or a year later, then you can do that. But, with people kind of doing these things out of their pocket, it's a costly venture, and to get your feelings hurt like that, within 4 to 6 weeks, and it could be a beast mentally.
That's
So
pretty crushing. However, with albums, like legit albums making a comeback, I just bought a brand new turntable with my Sonos speakers. And
oh, nice.
I got a little setup in my home, and I am playing.
Got your 1 and 2s.
You don't want to hear me do that.
Yeah. You got me on one turntable, Gregory Port on another.
Oh, yeah. It's a good combination right there.
Right.
Oh, that's heaven. I will never leave the house. Where's Angela? She's still in the house. Yeah, no.
Angela, people are out. They're out and about.
The warmth.
Right.
You. Speaking of which, well, now that I'm scratching,
Right.
you got a new CD. Oh, no. Oh, you scratch. You're so silly.
That'll be the only scratching you could do. Right. Do you scratch? Oh, yeah.
So hip. You have a new song coming out tomorrow that I had the great fortune of hearing a snippet of. I am in love with the warmth of you.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh. Okay. When I started playing it, I always give like the 3 listen before I comment.
All right.
By the 3rd time listening to that, I'm like, that doggone Will did it again. You are just too sexy for your own good.
Well, thank you.
Your music is just so beautiful.
Thank you.
Warmth. So for those who they haven't heard it because it drops tomorrow, August 13th.
Right.
Tell us about it.
I'm excited about it. This is album, EP, added to the albums that I have, number 25. So
Wow.
it is, I've been trying to, during this time that we've been off, I've been recording. So, been just sort of stockpiling songs. And I finally came up with 7 or 8 songs that I'm really excited about. And I thought that the album was done, and I'm listening to it, and I was going like, it's missing something. It's something, it needs something. And this song just came to me. And put pen to paper, and as soon as the pen hit the paper, I was like, I think this is it. The warmth of you. So it's a groove type of song. It has its kind of jazz elements to it. Nice little colors in there. So it's not R&B, hard R&B.
Soft. It can definitely lends itself to R&B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a combination of all of those things. Kind of like a stepper sort of a thing as well.
Yeah.
It's just a feel-good song. I mean, I'm very excited about it. It's very much me. I try not to step out of, the box of who I am too much. So you pretty much know what you're going to get. I just try to be, better than the last time, There's that old saying. It's like, try, fail, try again. This time, fail better. So hopefully I'll fail better on this one.
I've never heard that. I like it.
Oh, you never heard that before?
No, next time feel better.
Yeah. Try, fail, just try again. This time, fail better.
That's
hopefully, hopefully I've written a better song than the last time. And I was excited about the last thing that we put out. Yeah. So, I'm just trying to be consistent and trying to be me at the same time. So I'm very excited about it. I think it's a great song. I think it's a great song.
I think it's a great song too. I can't wait to hear it and play it in its entirety. I would play it right here, right now, but the last time I tried doing that, we got in trouble because social media, they just want to shut me down. They just want to not let me be great.
Angela don't want none of that smoke, social media. She don't want none of that smoke.
I don't want it. So everybody, tomorrow, keep your ears wide open for this great song, The Warmth of You. And your albums, EPs, CDs, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever.
They usually have a theme. It could be. So what's the theme of this one?
This one ain't got one.
That's the theme. The theme.
Well, you know what? The album is going to be entitled Sophisticated Soul. So it is a sophisticated, soulful record. So that would be the running theme. I was going to call it Pandemic, but nah.
That's your word. I tell everybody about that. I tell everybody, and I give you credit.
Well, thank you.
Yes, every time. But yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. So sophisticated. Say it again. Sophisticated soul.
Sophisticated soul. Yeah. I mean, they call me the Prince of Sophisticated Soul, the POS, the POSS. So it will be Sophisticated Soul on Sophisticated Soul Records by the Prince of Sophisticated Soul. So if you can't remember any of that if you can't remember the Sophisticated Soul part, something wrong with you.
Problems. POS. I didn't know about POS. I might have to start calling you Chocolate POS.
Well, I don't know. That sounds like I need to go to the doctor. What's wrong? I got chocolate POS. Come oozing out of me. I got chocolate POS. Just oozing out of me. Ooh. Oh no! Hold on. Let me look into the medical journal here. Chocolate POS.
Oozing. Other than the oozing, it's cute. Okay, just the POS.
Sounds a little nasty, but yeah. You want some of this chocolate POS? Good.
Nasty in a good way. I like it. I like chocolate bars.
I like chocolate.
Hey, nothing wrong with chocolate bars.
See, now you got me sweating over here. Now I'm starting.
I'm thinking about that last song. What was it? Chocolate.
Oh yeah, it was just chocolate. Yeah.
Chocolate.
It was just entitled Chocolate. Yeah, my
Man, it was
my
rough
spoken word piece.
with you when you played the song. I was trying to keep it together. My impression's just normal and PG. That's so sexy.
Ooh, boy, women were writing in stuff on that song. I was like, oh, okay.
What were they saying?
Oh yeah, I think the first comment they actually repeated what I said in the song. I said chocolate. I like chocolate with nuts, and they were like, yeah, they were like, I like chocolate with nuts.
ladies, come on.
Then it just went like, I like dark chocolate with nuts. I was like, oh,
I want you, Will. I want you.
I want you. Like,
right? They're like, how can I say this?
You're right. How can I?
You're chocolate.
How can I clean this up?
I like chocolate.
And we could stop there.
I think we made our point.
I think we made our point. Point well made and taken.
Very good song. Very good song. I'm so excited. And thanks for working through this pandemic on all this great music. And I love that the fact that you're an independent artist, you could put out as much music or as little music as you want.
Yeah.
And we, your fans, are grateful that you put out a lot.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of music every year. I mean, it seems like every year there's something coming out.
Yeah, every year, to year and a half I don't think I've gone past 2 years without putting in an album out or something out. So
thank you.
We'll release this one and then we'll jump on the next one, I guess, if I'm inspired.
Be inspired. You'll be inspired.
Well, listen, if they keep sending these bills to my house, I don't call them bills. I call them Williams. They're too big to be abbreviated. They're Williams. They ain't bills. So they keep sending these Williams to my house. I'm like, I think I'm inspired to write another song. Wow.
Those of you who are watching and commenting, can you imagine Will as a child with all these little isms? They just come. He doesn't even have to think about them. They just come right out. It's not a Bill, it's a William. Of course it is. That'll keep you inspired to work. Definitely.
Definitely keep me inspired to work.
But we're so happy that you spent this time. I know that you're very busy these days. You're always busy getting ready to get out and do what you do best. Can't wait to see you back on that stage. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
On 25 albums or EPs or whatever you want to call them. Congratulations. That's huge.
I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Before you leave us, tell everyone who wants to connect with you on social media how to do that.
I'm Will Downing 3 on Instagram. Will, go to willdowning.com. You want to find out what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. You want to buy some music? You want to buy some music? You want to buy some music? You could come to the Prince of SophisticatedSoul.com and the music will be there. You can pick up the new single there as well. So yeah, shum on Facebook. I'm Will Downing Singer. Just punch up Will Downing. You
Easy.
See my face. Just right. If it matches up, just press follow, whatever.
There you go. Press follow, buy his music.
Right,
Will,
thank you.
Thank you so much. Love you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Andrew.
Will Downing, ladies and gentlemen, right here on HUR at Home. This was so much fun. He is so refreshing, and I just love him so much, as you can tell, I'm sure. Thanks for joining us. You can go to WHUR.com, check out our full lineup, and thank you again for making us the #1 radio station in the DMV. Keep us there by listening. Tell all your friends about it, and we'll see you next time. And keep listening to 96.3 WHUR. I'm Angela Stribling. You can follow me at Angela Stribling on all platforms. And don't forget to follow at WHUR-FM. Have a good night.